Hey, another rebellion brewing against Putin. Is it the soldiers that ain't getting paid?
There's a new leaked document that shows Prigozhin's exact plan to march to Moscow and take Shoigu into custody. Of course, things didn't pan out the way he planned, but it's still interesting to see more details. We'll dig into this document soon. On top of that, there seems to be another uprising brewing. Igor Girkin, a nationalist leader in Russia who played a key role in Russia's 2014 invasion of Ukraine, has released a video calling Putin spineless. And I quote, "It does not matter who starts the revolt. Now no one will resist against the rebellion. Nobody at all." I mentioned this before, it seems like Putin making a deal with Prigozhin to let him off scot-free
Made him seem soft.
more headaches for him. It's the weekend, so before we talk about all the serious stuff, I thought I'd give you guys a little laugh. So here's a great cartoon poking fun at everything going on. First, we have an unexpected shock for Putin.
Are advancing on the capital.
Then we have an ex-chef.
Unfortunately, it's Moscow. It's a coup of
Then we have an agreement between two war criminals. And finally, we have the most popular comment from our comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Be sure to hit the like button to help out our videos against the trolls. And let's get into the news. A leaked document showed that the Russian Ministry of Defense was notified prior to the mutiny that Wagner would be moving equipment across Russia. However, this was reportedly cover for a plan to capture and remove Defense Minister Shoigu and Chief of General Staff Gerasimov. According to the document, Wagner Group representative Andrei Troshev informed the MOD leadership that Wagner would be moving its equipment to storage and transfer sites in Russia between the 21st of June and the 5th of July. Russian Air Force Chief Sergei Surovikin, who is reportedly himself an honorary Wagner member, acted as a guarantor of Wagner's good conduct in the operation. However, Surovikin is said to have been aware of the planned mutiny. I'm guessing that's why Surovikin has now disappeared and is being questioned by FSB agents. According to the sources, Shoigu learned that the movement of forces was a cover for an effort to capture and remove himself and Gerasimov. They are said to have total control over the information that Putin is receiving about the war, and to be misleading him about its true state. People with knowledge said lately Surovikin has been kept away from Putin in every possible way, short-circuiting all reports either through Gerasimov or through fake unit commanders reporting from the front. Realizing that earlier attempts to remove Shoigu and Gerasimov through public discrediting by Prigozhin were unsuccessful, it was decided to use the possibility of the transfer of Wagner forces and resources to physically capture Shoigu and Gerasimov and subsequently report to Putin on the true state of affairs. Upon learning about the conspirators' intentions, Shoigu managed to report to Putin that a coup d'etat was being prepared to overthrow Putin himself. And to prevent this, a preventative strike on the conspirators was required. Subsequently, it was also decided to isolate the conspirators among the generals without revealing their involvement in the coup, in order to avoid uncontrollable developments among the military at the front, with whom Surovikin has more authority than Gerasimov and Shoigu. For the time being, consideration is being given to show the public that Surovikin has returned to duty in order to diffuse tensions with the military. How Russia expects any success in this war is beyond me. Putin's officers are constantly lying and stopping anyone who tries to tell the truth. Surovikin is highly admired amongst the soldiers, and he is one of the few commanders who have been credited with whatever little success Russia has had. His sudden disappearance is likely to have extremely negative consequences for Russian forces, which even pro-Russian commenters say has caused serious harm. There's a high likelihood that Putin is not making decisions based on reliable information. And possibly related, the Redacted 6 Telegram channel recently reported that hundreds of information operations staff from the Russian MOD have arrived in the Luhansk region to shoot fake videos of Russian battlefield successes. According to the channel, they are pulling fighters from various units to record them around Luhansk in videos indicating that they were filmed on the front line. Such mass work to create the illusion of well-being raises fears that things are far from smooth at the front, and reports are required. If this is accurate, it's almost certainly a case of fake photo reports being generated for high-level commanders. An operation on the scale described would have to have been authorized by someone at a very senior level. This raises the question of who the photo reports are intended for. Who's the ultimate customer? An obvious possibility is that it's part of an effort to keep Putin happy about the progress of the war by providing him with a stream of fake reports. Huge shout out to Chriso_wiki on Twitter for all the—
How does he not know though? Like, bro, you have no money. well, you're about to have no money. And the fact that you're about to have no money means that you can't supply people to fight wars for you. And because you can't supply people to fight wars for you, that means you are not winning the war. Also, a while ago, on the other video at least, bro was talking about how somebody in Russia said, why is everybody helping Ukraine when they attacked them? How does bro not see that? And it's like, so what are they talking about? Why is he saying this if we're winning the war?
This information. If you guys are not following the account, I highly recommend you do so. Also, I spend almost all day on Twitter to research important news about the war. I'm not sure how this rate limit Musk is implementing is going to affect my process going forward.
Rate limit, I'm dead.
Hopefully it doesn't have a negative effect on my research by limiting the info I can get from there. Twitter's been a great source of news during this war, and I really hope that doesn't change.
I haven't reached it, and I'm not trying to... Another figure that has been rising
in Russian politics is Igor Girkin, a Russian nationalist who played a key role in Russia's 2004 invasion of Ukraine, has had very harsh words for Putin. Even before the coup, he was not happy with the way Putin was handling the war. Our commander-in-chief is not going to win this war at all. Whatever victories our army achieves in this war, we are going to lose it with such an approach of the country's leadership. A year ago, the enemy attacked nowhere. The initiative belonged entirely to the Russian armed forces. What do we see now? In June 2023, Kherson is abandoned. Izium is abandoned. Kupiansk is abandoned. The president voices the figures of 140 to 180 destroyed tanks in a few days.
Damn.
They bring him the data, and he doesn't understand what he's saying? Tell me.
So they're saying that nigga dumb? He doesn't know, bro.
Why should he understand it? He may well believe it. If he was handed 1,800 tanks, he would say that too. He's never seen a tank except at a parade. What's wrong with his head? He's really acting, maybe not like even like an old, but like a child. Totally unprofessional. The uneducated cadres in the highest ranks of the Russian Federation. We have no chance to win. Clearly, he has knowledge of what we've talked about earlier. Military high command is feeding wrong information to Putin. And
like when bro was trying to communicate with him, and then Putin was being like, was saying like, I can't. He hasn't tried to talk to me. I can't reach him. And the middle dude, I don't know their names, but the middle dude who Putin supported was like, I'll try it.
Putin is believing everything he's being told. In reality, Russia is losing the war, and he is not happy with Putin. Then today he released two messages. First, this video message was released. There were numerous cases like this.
Like, how does he not see this video, bro? I'm pretty sure bro uses the internet, right?
Those rebels who pushed the country to the brink of destruction were promised a full amnesty, and then they were just hanged. I'm not calling for Prigozhin to be hanged, although he deserves it. But to fail to punish him at all is a worse crime than breaking your word. If our president in this country thinks not only of himself and his...
Does he, though? I mean, like, you were talking about how Putin wasn't succeeding at the war before the rebellion, right? And somebody who wanted to change that said, let me go and try to do something. I mean,
also of the state.
I don't know.
He cannot leave unpunished this kind of mutiny that has brought the country to the brink of ruin. Because he demonstrates his total powerlessness and shows that this is the way to act. Try it. Guys, try it again. If you fail, you will not be punished. Because I am spineless woodlouse and cannot punish those who forced me to pack my bags and rush to a plane and fly to St. Petersburg. Crimes of this kind cannot remain unpunished. So to be honest, it's not that I expected, but I thought that Prigozhin would be promised everything and hanged later. No? They couldn't manage to do even that? Clearly, Girkin is not happy with Prigozhin getting amnesty after a coup. He also decides to take a shot at Putin, who was so scared during the coup attempt that he left Moscow and went to St.
Hey.
He did leave, and then he said, nah, it was all part of the plan.
You know, this time of year, we all keep getting pinged with political fundraising asks.
Petersburg
I don't actually.
Girkin hasn't been happy with Putin for a while now, but he's really picking up his attacks against him. Could this be a sign of something he's planning? We have to remember that Prigozhin has increased his public attacks against Shoigu and the Ministry of Defense while he was planning his coup. Gherkin doesn't stop here. He decided to publish another message today, this time just text. In the message, he mentions that a week since Prigozhin revolted, which shot down 6 aircraft and killed more than 10, no one knows for sure, Russian soldiers, no measures have been taken to punish the rebels. Rather, Prigozhin travels around and freely enters Russia.
Yeah, he does.
And everyone behaves like this is normal. Here he's referencing pictures of Prigozhin that were taken recently while he was traveling from Moscow to St. Petersburg and then back to Belarus. He was just openly roaming around Russia and gathering his things, all the while he was supposed to be exiled to Belarus. None of the incompetent or cowardly government leaders, nor those who ran away when Prigozhin showed up, have been punished. And the president doesn't even talk about it. Here he's referring to leaders like Peskov, who left Moscow, if I'm remembering correctly, while Prigozhin was marching towards the city. Shoigu and Gerasimov were nowhere to be found during the coup. Putin can't really punish his leaders for hiding when he himself left the city to hide. He continues, the result? Another rebellion is not far off. We only need to wait for another defeat at the front and the rebellion will begin.
That's true.
It does not matter who will start the revolt. No one will resist against the rebellion. Nobody at all.
They didn't it the first time. Many people were just like, okay then, go ahead. Hey, excuse me. My bad. Let me move my feet real quick.
It makes no sense risking your life defending such a useless and miserable government. You cannot save a country whose leaders are so rotten that they have lost even the elementary instinct of self-preservation. They prefer to do nothing. Clearly, he expects many more rebellions to rise up after how Putin handled the aftermath of Prigozhin's coup. If you don't send a message that dissent will be punished harshly, then you're sending a message that you are weak. Maybe Gherkin himself is planning another rebellion.
Can't control whoever's outside.
He finishes off by saying, "The entire army hates you all. The entire army hates Shoigu."
That's actually... Wait, is Shoigu the one that was arrested? I don't think they hate him, but they do hate Putin because bro is not... Well, probably not the entire army, at least not yet, but bro is not paying them. And bro said, if we die, it was by our own guys and not because we went out to war and died.
The entire army hates Gerasimov. He said Prigozhin didn't have enough support in the army, but the next person could. And the Kremlin won't be able to stop the army from taking Moscow. I'm going to keep a close eye on Gherkin and his actions from now on. I will definitely make another video if there are major developments. So be sure to hit that.
Isn't that why bro went missing? The army dude? Commander who had respect in the army, he went missing.
Subscribe button and check out my Patreon down below if you want to support my videos. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. It's one of the best ways you can help support this channel. Thanks a lot, folks.
You heard him. Like, subscribe, both our channels. Also, other videos he has actually. He has, let's see. There's this one which I'm gonna do later or tomorrow. Well, later today actually. This one, nuclear apocalypse, hopefully not. Doesn't look like anything has happened to him, but yeah. Like, subscribe, see you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night, and bye. Visit his channel if you want business basics, or subscribe to me and watch me react to his channel. Both are good. And see you guys later, bye.